Recently, I have decided to cancel my Interscope Vinyl Collector's subscription. And in this video, I'm going to be going over exactly why, and also whether or not you yourself should continue a subscription or start one or cancel yours. But ladies and gentlemen, my name is Obie, and if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe because we are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. We have only just recently hit over 2,000. Big thank you to everyone who has subscribed. If you could add to that to help us hit that goal of 5K by the end of the year, that would be greatly appreciated. But for now, let's get into the Interscope Vinyl Collective, otherwise known as the ICV, and my experience of it. Now, some of you might be wondering what the IVC is. Now, this stands for the Interscope Vinyl Collective. This is a monthly subscription you pay to Interscope Records where they will ship you out one of their completely random albums that they have under their label that they will then ship out to you, a specially made vinyl of that album. But that's not all. On top of that, you actually get access to the previous archive that they have released from their actual collective. Now, this isn't always available because some of the stuff on some of the products will sell out. So you may find a previous release that you want to get, but unfortunately it's sold out so you can't get it. But there are a couple on there. I think it kind of runs for about 12 to 15 months prior of the previous releases that you can access. And then on top of that, there is also special sales and offers on for you that you can actually access. Now, that's what the ICV is. So the pricing for this monthly subscription is about $48 for the US, and then in the UK internationally, I think it came out to about £52 per month is how much I was paying for it. It costs a bit more due to international shipping, although granted it wasn't as much as I thought it would be. So I originally came across the IVC with looking for a certain album, and that was basically the 5th anniversary of Juice WRLD's Goodbye and Good Riddance album. They essentially did a pressing of this, and at the time this was available to get via their archive store. Now, I was really wanting this, and you know what, at the end of the day, I was just like, I'm just gonna buy the bullet because it looks like an absolute great reworking of it, and I really wanted to up my Juice WRLD collection because at the time I was kind of going through another Juice WRLD phase. I kind of go through Juice in phases, to be honest, and you get 2 LPs of it that are both, I believe, yellow based on memory. I will double check. Yes, they are. That yellow is obviously supposed to match kind of the original color, which is kind of missing from this one, but I kind of love the sort of updated look, to say the gold over the what was the blue car, but especially all this sort of reflectiveness in the text. This was why I wanted to sign up to the IVC. And I looked at the pricing options, and I also looked through the archive, and I was like, you know what, this might be a bit of me. Because I was really liking what they were showing in the archive, the stuff they had. There was obviously the Juice WRLD one I wanted to get, and the only way I could get that was by signing up. And I thought, you know what, genre-wise, it seems like a little bit of a mix match in terms of what you could get. However, there were a lot of kind of rap style stuff that I was really liking the look of. I think at the time there was the original Chronic album, there was Thug Life Volume 1, there was Mos Def's Black on Both Sides album. There was quite a decent amount of stuff that I thought would be really cool to get, and kind of, it gave me an idea of what I could potentially get out of it itself. So I decided I'd sign up for it, and I was actually intending to do at least minimum 12 months. That way I can make a video out of it, basically saying I went with the IVC for a whole year and this is what I found, something along those lines. But I reached about 6 months in, and I decided it's about time I stop. And during that time, I got myself Dr. Octagon, Pharrell Williams, Elastica, can't remember the name of this one, but it's this one, Empire's Angel and Airwaves, and then finally Chief Keef with Finally Rich. Now, you might be able to get an idea of why I decided to cancel at the end of the day. If I'm kind of honest with you, I have 3 that I'm interested in and 3 that I'm really not. And it kind of, if I'm looking at it currently, I think it kind of almost went, I got the first 2 months, which were Wrld and then Dr. Octagon, which was kind of a solid little start to it. And then ever since then, it's kind of felt a bit on and off until they actually released Chief Keef's album. I was really interested in seeing this one. I actually haven't listened to it, but I am starting to get into Chief Keef quite a bit. But then ever since him, I've not been interested in either of these 3. Now, don't get me wrong, I think one of the best things about a vinyl subscription like this is the fact that you can get a whole range of music that can really make your vinyl collection stand out a little bit, and also introduce you to more music, which I really should take more advantage of, because maybe if I went and listened to these three albums, I might really enjoy them. However, I consider myself someone who Yes, I can enjoy all forms of music. I will say that I really can, in my opinion. I genuinely feel like I've got a good ear in terms of like, if I listen to something, I can enjoy it and find something about it that I like. But deep down, I am a rap fan, and I like it when I get my sort of like rap hip hop music, which is what I've only had 3 of. And at the end of the day, I would have really liked to have continued my Interscope Vinyl Collective subscription. However, when we put things into perspective when it comes to money, this is about £300 worth of records in my hands. 150 of that I like, and I'm really enjoying the fact that I've got them. The other 150 I really am not bothered about. So for that reason, I couldn't really excuse going on any longer to get to pay for a subscription where I'm not getting the most out of it that I want. Now, those are not just the only vinyl records I did get with the Interscope Vinyl Collective. I did also get, as I already showed you, Juice WRLD's 5th anniversary of Goodbye and Good Riddance, which I'm very happy to have. And I also got an extra one from the archive, which I'm really excited to have, which is the Obie Trice record with Cheers. And this is actually, when I think about it, probably my most spun record of this year so far. If I open it up, you then get Obie Trice in the middle there. On the back of it, you get the back cover with the sort of like glass and all the drinks. And one of my favorite parts about this release is the fact that the pressing essentially is meant to look like the liquid in that glass on the front cover too. So there's the actual sort of texture of it on the record with the vinyl pressing, and then obviously you see the glass that he's holding there. That's kind of what it's sort of going for, and I absolutely love that, and I think this is probably one of my favorite like actual pressings for that reason. And the reason I wanted to share that with you is because that brings me on to a really huge positive that I really do like about the Interscope Vinyl Collective. The quality that they give you when it comes to their pressings and the actual like love and care that goes into making the records is very obvious. So I think it might have been this one with Angels and Airwaves. Now, I have zero clue about what this album is, who the artists are, and everything like that. But if I show you it, you basically get a really nice, actually quality box that it comes in. I'll show you the back just so then you can build some context to it. I open it up, and honestly, I love the design of this itself. Like, as someone who has no idea what music is on here, that is absolutely really well designed. I love the way that looks. If I pull out the sleeve, you then also get these sort of like actual printed sleeves that they come in. And then I can't remember the pressing for this one is. And yeah, oh my god, that's actually really cool. Like, I haven't looked through this at all, but like that's a really nice pressing. There it is on the back, but that's actually quite an insane kind of pressing there. That's definitely one of the most unique ones I've actually got, to be honest with you. That's really cool. And just for the sake of it, you also then get this side, and then you get this side of it, and we'll take another look, why not? Because it's always different. But then you get that on one side, which is also kind of cool, and then you get that side as well, which is quite sick. So that gives you an idea of how these records kind of like come out and look. I won't go through each and every one of them. One of the extra things to just make you aware of. Oh, I knew it was this one. So something else extra that they'll also sometimes throw in like a little extra piece, and this one comes with like some band postcards and stuff like that. So like you just get like some extra little bits thrown in it, and this is like the type of stuff I always love when it comes to like vinyl records, is when you get these like little art pieces or just like something a little extra comes with it. One of the other things that comes to mind is like my Tyler the Creator Wolf album that came with like a sticker of his head. Completely random, but I love when they include like little pieces like that. That feels like they're a part of like the opening a vinyl record like experience. So that was like another extra they throw into this. But the other thing I did want to mention is the fact that they do actually number these records. When they release them, there's about 3,000 of them that have been made. So on this one, this is number 659, and it comes with like a really nice like little, like, I don't know the words to describe it, but it's just like, it's almost like imprinted on it, and also has like the nice kind of like reflective texture to it on there too, which is a really nice way to go about it. And obviously they put it in the color of the album too, so it looks really nice and fits in, and obviously it helps make your vinyl records kind of stand out a bit more. I'll kind of do a little unboxing of another one, which is the Chief Keef one, because I have been really curious about this one for a while now. And I think this is actually one that you guys in the Discord have actually spoken about a bit, because this is one that made you guys sign up to the subscription just so you can get this album. And again, like the quality of this is insane. It's obviously got kind of like the reflectiveness on it, kind of going for that almost like chrome vibe on there too. Opening it up, you then also get the sort of same aesthetic as well. Oh, this one actually even has an insert too, which is nice to see. I love getting these inserts. This one's almost like more of a poster, which is really sick. There's one side of the sleeve, which is again nice and printed on. And then it's kind of got that same effect as the blue one actually, which is kind of cool. And then there it is on the back. But yeah, that's actually, it's a really nice pressing. Like genuinely a massive positive of the IVC is the fact that their pressings and the quality they put into this is probably some of the best you are gonna get out of vinyl collecting. Genuinely, I cannot like give these enough positives. Like this video is not sponsored in any way, but like genuinely it is so good the amount of work that goes into making these records like come across as well as they do. Clearly there is a lot of love and care that's gone into it, and I mean it's even the fact of like say an album like the Pharrell Williams one, this like has never had a pressing before from what I remember anyway. You might want to correct me on that, but from what I remember the description of it, this is like the first time you can get this album on vinyl. So they do make it a bit more worthwhile signing up so you can get these type of albums. Now I won't be able to show you all of this, I'll literally show you like half the box just because the rest doesn't have my address on it, but like you get this like really special like black box that comes in the post, so like when it arrives at your door you know it's your Interscope monthly record that has arrived. That's another like cool little element of it. It kind of builds into that experience of opening the record and actually like being a part of the membership. Like it makes you feel like you're part of a club. Like clearly a lot of work has gone into making this membership something worth signing up to, which I think is a good transition into this next section of the video, which is going to be whether you should sign up to it. I think there are two ways to approach this membership. I think the best way that I would recommend to you guys, and probably what I'm going to do going forward, is if you see the album that you want and it's going to like say they announce it the month before they're going to release it, that's probably when you want to sign up. Just sign up for the 1 month, get what you need out of it, and then unsubscribe for it. I think that's probably the best way to go about things, because that at the end of the day is the reason I decided to cancel this membership. I saw what the next one was going to be. I can't exactly remember what it was off the top of my head. It was like a grey album, but I just thought this isn't an album I have any interest in. I don't know why I'm going to spend £50 just so then I can have this in my collection to just sit there and never do anything, when I could put that money into, one, not spending money, or two, into a record that I actually want to get. So that's kind of what I would recommend you do if you are just into like one particular genre of music and that's the sort of genre you want to collect personally. But you can just like pay for it monthly like I was doing it, and just like if you're into like anything that's music and you love every sort of like genre that there is out there and you just want to like explore different albums, bands or artists that you've never heard before, this is actually a really good subscription to pick up if that's the sort of experience you want to get. Like I genuinely don't want to put people off of signing up for the subscription, because the amount of work and quality that I've already mentioned that goes into making these records is actually really good, and I really think is like, if you see the album that you like and you think, should I or shouldn't I get this, sign up for the 1 month and get it, you should. If it's an album you really like and maybe you don't have it on vinyl, then definitely get it. If it is an album you already got on vinyl, you're going to get an experience you haven't had with it when you pick it up from the IVC. I can't really fault what they do as a company. I think you've got a lot of people to appeal to, and the way they're going about it at the moment, there's going to be something for everyone, which I think does make it worth signing up for. If I were to have any feedback in terms of what would make me sign up to like pay for it every month, I think it would actually be to have different subsections of what membership you want to sign up for. So essentially you have a pop section, an indie section, a hip hop section, rock section, whatever. You can go through different genres of it. Obviously I think at some point it is just going to get a bit ridiculous of you can go into so many different subsections, but end of the day have the top tier sort of like hip hop one. That would be what made me sign up for it every month again, because I'm into hip hop. I love the quality of work that goes into these, but at the same time, I can obviously see the issue is that the quality of work that goes into making these pressings and these versions of the albums, if they would then suddenly make like, let's say if there were like 10 different genres per month that they were making, that could then just like spread the amount of quality that goes into one record and can make those 10 versions of the albums not as good. And also there will be some people out there who will suddenly feel like they have to sign up for like 2 or 3 different subscriptions because they're a fan of hip hop, they're a fan of rock, and then they're also a fan of pop. Random mix, but they might be into all 3 of those categories, and that makes them feel like they can't get all the records they want. But just for me, I couldn't carry on paying for something where I wasn't getting the albums or the type of music that I wanted each month out of it. So that's kind of all of my thoughts on the Interscope Vinyl Collective. So I hope this video has helped you guys figure out whether or not you should sign up for the subscription for the Interscope Vinyl Collective, or maybe cancel it, or just figure out how you should go about it and whether or not it is worth picking up any of these records. End of the day, in summary basically, they make some really good records, but not every month is it worth getting a record, in my opinion, because it won't always be something you want. And that's the summary of it. So I think for me going on, I am curious, like, I think before this experience with Interscope, I was very much looking for a vinyl subscription to sign up for. I think I signed up for Rough Trade. I did that for 1 month and realized none of the music I get is ever going to be for me. And then ever since then, I just haven't really found what it is I'm looking for. I think VMP was another one I did look at, but I think they closed. I can't remember the whole drama that went down with that. I think it went bankrupt or something, but I'm pretty sure I've heard that they might be making a comeback, so maybe they're one to look at. But I think at the very least going forward, I'm always going to keep my eye on Interscope. It will just be, I'll see if the record or album they're going to make next, I'm going to see if that's going to be the one I want to get, and then I'll go from there in terms of whether or not I pick it up. I think if you are a vinyl collector, it is worth like picking up a subscription at some point to see whether you like it or not, because I think it's pretty fun just having a record that arrives at your door once every month, guaranteed to get a record each month, and it's a unique pressing, a unique piece to add to your collection. I think that's always a cool thing to get. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. But these were the 6 records I was able to pick up with my subscription. I went from December until May, but I also did make the most of the archive as well with the other 2 records I was able to get with it. But there they are, and I'm going to leave the video there, guys. If you have any questions about the subscription, make sure to leave it down in the comments below, because I will try and help you as best as I can. And also, I'm curious, what subscriptions you guys sign up for when it comes to vinyl collecting, and do you have any recommendations of ones maybe I should check out? But yeah, anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and again, we are on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Anyway guys, I've been Ollie Rodriguez Stallman. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.